China, a country that has seen crazy economic and population growth. Growth without concern of the environment has resulted in extremely polluted cities. Cities even causing lung and heart diseases simply by inhaling its air. It surely sounds like we have a big problem to solve, and everything results in a necessity to try and find new or improve existing renewable sources of energy. We must simply try to build buildings that use these renewable energy sources, so that people living in these can be living a sustainable life to protect and preserve our environment, which I, and for sure many more, think it's the most important heritage of our lives. I see a future city as a modernized, faster and more efficient city than those we have today. But how can everything be more modern, faster and efficient without straining our environment? How do we combine sustainability with economic growth and the population increase? There are many solutions to this question, and some are quite frankly fascinating. Sustainability is the key word, and since fresh water is getting harder and harder to find, buildings are going to need a reliable source of water. This can be achieved by having big rainwater collectors on the roof of the skyscrapers. The water can then easily be channeled down through pipes with the help of gravity. The water can be used for many different purposes, such as cooling of the building, tap water, and even drinking water if cleaners are installed. Yet another important feature of a skyscraper is the massive area where air is passing by. An effective ventilation system will be extremely important for an environmentally friendly skyscraper. So by having a new system that can take in air from the surroundings, clean it and circulate it through the tower would save electricity in the form of air conditioning. After the air has been circulated, it can after be expelled out back to the city in a cleaner form and contribute in cleansing the city's air. But what if we get more creative and take example of nature itself? Termites live in huge mounds on the open grasslands, and their main food source is a type of fungus that grows inside of their mounds, which can only grow if the temperature in these is a constant 87 degrees Fahrenheit. So, how do they manage to keep the temperature so stable when the outside temperature can vary between 35 and 104 Fahrenheit? All this can be explained by their advanced ventilation system, where they constantly open and close heating and cooling vents. There are already some buildings in Zimbabwe that make use of this amazing design, and they manage to keep a comfortable temperature using less than 10% of the energy of a conventional building its size. Maybe more buildings should be inspired by the termite architecture. I also dream about a car-free city, where public transport would be so fast and effective that owning a car would only be an obstacle, even if it would be powered by green energy. Already today, there are new projects being developed for testing new, more effective ways to transport people in and between big cities. An example of this is the ET3, which is a sort of capsule vessel transferred in tubes containing no air. These vessels are magnet-driven and can reuse 90% of the energy used to power them. If this project would work and this ET3 were built in our big cities, a person could travel to Washington from New York in only 30 minutes. That would be quite of an astonishing achievement. It surely sounds that we're headed towards a really bright future, full of new technology to make our daily life easier. But is everything really going to be perfect? Will our imaginations and new concepts come true? Could we possibly have forgot something that might not be something positive for the society? Could the surveillance system restrain our personal life? Only future will tell.